welcome back to the channel, guys. This is TheHunterG. I'm on my way home for spring break, and what do you know, the first day of spring break, it fucking snows. And I'm driving a rear-wheel drive muscle car in the snow, 2.5 hours home. So it's just been a wonderful day of dealing with people already. It's already been about an hour and a half, and I haven't even moved not even halfway there. Because just a bunch of people are driving like 15 under the speed limit. I swear that is why people get in a wreck in the snow, because they fucking drive like idiots and are so afraid instead of just driving. They're so cautious and worried about fucking wrecking that they end up wrecking. But it's whatever. I'm not really in a rush to get home anyways. I have a long week ahead of me. I'm actually going back to work, make a little bit more money. But today on the way home, last week, a guy I'm subscribed to, Super Speeders Rob. A lot of people know about him. He's one of the founding members of Super Speeders. He made a video about how project cars suck. That's the title of the video. And you know, I watched it. Like, I watched a lot of his content, and I couldn't help but be pissed off most of the way through the video. Now, I don't get triggered a lot, but that video triggered me. I don't know why, I just got kind of pissed off at it. And you know, I started thinking, like, don't get me wrong, he made a lot of good points. You know, project cars, you know, they're not reliable. It's not a good investment. You're not going to get as much money out of it as what you put into it. And that's absolutely true. But what I don't think he understood is a lot of people that take project cars and actually build project cars aren't looking at it as an investment. They're looking at it as a hobby. I mean, they're sinking, don't get me wrong, they're sinking tons of money into it. And the amount of money you sink into a project car, you can afford something like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something fucking ridiculously expensive. But with a project car, you're not just sinking money into a car you like, you're doing it into your passion. The people with the project cars, they usually love that car. Like me, for example. When I bought this car, I knew it was going to be a project. The paint's peeling. It has 170,000 miles on the clock. It needs a lot of work. And when I picked this car up, I knew what I was getting into. But I enjoyed that. And for the year and a half that I've had it, I've loved it. You know, and I understand, eventually, you know, they're going to break down, they're going to break, they're not as reliable as what, you know, a brand new car would be, but that's part of the fun of just having a project car. I'm expecting this thing to break. One of these days, the fuel pump's going to go out of it. It's known for that after you hit a certain amount of miles. And guess what? I already know what fuel pump I'm going to put into it after it goes. I'm going to wait till it goes, but I'm already planning ahead of which one to get. For example, when the clutch got blown out of this thing because of my shithead driving. When I blew out the clutch, I already looked up clutches like as soon as I got the car, because the throw bearing was going out of it. So I already knew a good idea of what I was going to get when I got a clutch. So the clutch went out. It took a day of figuring out what clutch I really wanted. I went with a Ram power grip, and there you go, I got the clutch. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was expensive. It was one hell of an investment. It was like $700 for the clutch. And I got like a slave cylinder and a whole bunch of other stuff to rebuild it. So it was one hell of an investment. But that's just what you get when you pick up a project car. Things are going to break. Things are expected to break. And that's just part of the love. And another thing, you know, when you go to a car show, a really high-end car show, you know, you're going to have the multi-million-dollar cars there. You're going to have the Ferraris, Lamborghinis. You know, you're going to have the ridiculous BMWs, like the M4s, the M5s, M6s. You're going to have all that's worth, you know, $100,000 for a car, etc., etc. And then you're going to have the project cars. You're going to have the cars that have a story behind them. You know, you go to like shows like Motorama, like I did 2 weeks ago. You know, some of the cars have timelines of, you know, what the owner did to make it to get it to that point. And you know, if when you talk to that owner, they have a story to tell. Each one of their cars has a story, and that's just so great. you know, when you go talk to a guy with a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, they're not going to have a story. I mean, what are they going to be like? Yeah, I just spent 200 grand on this brand new Ferrari. Yeah, it's pretty fast. What's the fun in that? They really don't know what to say. What are they going to say? Oh, about the specs of it? You can look up the specs of a Ferrari on Google. All you got to do is look up Ferrari 458 specs, and you'll have the horsepower, the curb weight, a whole bunch of shit. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, some of those people mod it, but then it goes right against a project car. Is it still a reliable car once you start modifying it? I mean, what about a Lamborghini when you twin turbo one? You're saying that car is just as reliable as what it was when it was brand new? I mean, a lot of the things he said have tons of answers to it of why you want to build a project car. People build a project car to express themselves, to, you know, build something. They want to build something. I mean, everything I've done, you know, I've gotten closer to my dad, you know, working on stuff with him, because he's been a mechanic for most of his life. And, you know, I work with computers, so working on this car has taught me a lot. You know, just working with him, and has got me closer with him. It's made me more friends than I've ever even thought of back in high school. You know, this car, as shitty as it is, as shitty looking as it is, has made me find a whole new group of people to hang out with, and it's just fantastic. You know, I know so many people just because we have a similar car. I know people with turbo Camaros. I know people with high-power Trans Ams. You know, and I talk to them anytime I want. You know, if I have a question, I am able to just go there and talk to them. And that's great about having a project car. You're going to have answers. You're going to spend a lot of money, don't get me wrong. This car's broken my wallet many times. Especially now that I'm in college, I'm scared to death that something is going to break. But if it breaks, I'm just going to fix it. It's no big deal. And I plan to keep this car the rest of my life. You know, I'm not doing this for an investment. You know, if, you know, something happens to it, which I hope nothing ever does, obviously I'm going to let it go. But if I can keep this car the rest of my life, I will be completely happy. I love this car. You know, I put my pride and soul into this car. I mean, you don't see a Trans Am every now and then, like all around. You don't see a Trans Am like you see a Mustang all over the place. I mean, you'll see a Mustang every other car on the fucking road, but you won't see a Trans Am, and I love that. I love being the only one, which is another reason I'm going to keep this car. I will most likely keep this forever, as long as, you know, everything works out the way I want it. You know, I plan to touch everything on this car in the long run. The motor's going to rebuild, everything's going to be touched on this car, everything's going to be updated. So it can be as reliable as possible, but, you know, there's always going to be the chance of it breaking, according to Rob Ferretti, because it's a bad investment, but it's honestly whatever. And I didn't want to be triggered this entire video. I really didn't want to be, you know, that hyped to explain it all. But I'm sorry. There's nothing better than a project car. Rob, you know, you can have all that big car garage with the multi-million-dollar cars in it. It's whatever. You can have your opinion on it yourself, but I'm sorry. There's nothing better than a project car. There really isn't. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm just going to be on my way home. Thanks for giving me 10 minutes or about 20 minutes of your time. I'd read about this would be about 10 minutes. But thanks for giving me your time. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about project cars. So obviously you know my opinion now. You know, start an argument with me in the comments. It's whatever. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. See you later.